Hello and welcome back. This is what you have done so far, and if you are still with me, your scene should be something similar to mine. In the last video I mentioned we're gonna add some grass to our scene to make it more interesting and tidy up a little bit our scene and look at it from different angle. So whenever you're working on any project, two things gonna happen. Sometimes there are things you need to do something about it, and there are things you just want to change. Okay, so the one you need to do something about it, for example, you forget something or you missed it when you're working on the project, and sometimes you overdo something, so you want to clean up a little bit. And the other thing is just a style. For example, you want to do different style, does something else. So let's first start with the camera. So I'm gonna select the camera and let's look at it from different angle, because this is good time to see. For example, like look at this tree and the other one at the back, so they all look like a one tree from this angle. But if you move your camera, you see it make a little bit more interesting with these two. Okay, so that's why it's good to look at your scene from different angle. And now I'm gonna make my camera for the final render. It's good time, so I know where to move my object to work with my scene composition. So I'm gonna move to the 0 and I'm gonna create key, and sorry I forget the shortcut, it's not showing here, so I'm just gonna turn on the shortcut like this, and let's move to 200 for example, and let's move our camera. So I'm gonna move this way and this way, and also you can do what we have done here, for example like this. You can do it from here as well to move to a different angle, and hold down shift, rotate like this. And now if I make another keyframe for everything, our scene should be animating like this. And another thing, because it's gonna start slow and speed up and slow down, so what you need to do, for example, let's play first to see what I mean. So now it's starting from slow, it's getting faster and slow down, but I want my camera to move all the way in the same speed. So let's select these two and press T. So your mouse have to be over here. If your mouse over here, you press T, something else can happen. So press T and just make it linear like this. So now if you play again, it should be the same speed all the way down. Okay, so now we set up our camera. Let's make this one 200. So later you can change this one if you want. Okay, so it's gonna start from beginning. So we have done that so far. Let's look our camera. We don't want to select our camera again, and also from here don't forget to do this as well, just do not select accidentally. And let's see our scene from this angle, because we're gonna render from this way. Okay, and think about the other angle as well when you're doing something. So first let's think about the stone. For example, there are too much going on here, so I'm gonna press G and Y and move this one to the side like here, and S, scale down like this, and I'm gonna delete one of these, because when you see too much things going on, you should do something about it. So G, Y, move this one here, and S, scale down, and G, move down like this. Okay, and from here, this one is look like too big, so scale down like this, and G, and move a little bit, R and Z to rotate from different angle. That's another thing. And this one I'm gonna keep it here, because if you want to render from different angle as well, I'm thinking that way as well. And this one, G and Y, move this way, and let's put these together, G, Y, and G, X, G. Just move this one down like this, okay. And let's delete this one, and here is too much. Delete this one and this one. Probably move this one to somewhere in between, G, and make sure to be in the right place, because from far away it's not easy to see. So let's make our view bigger from the camera, so we can't see through the camera now, which is good. We look at it from the camera and see how it looks like with our animation. And one thing I want to mention here, if you look at the do, I forget the do, because I want to create like a wood do from here. So probably we're gonna do something about that one. But other than that, I believe the scenes look like fine. Only these two tree, for example, from this angle. Let's see. I'm gonna move this one a little bit down. So let's see which one is down. So because we have all our object like a group in different, so it's very easy to find out. So it's gonna be this one, and now I can select only that one, G, Y. Otherwise this is gonna be very hard if you have all your object in the exact same collection. So now we have done with that one. Let's see from this one if we can do something about it. G, X, a little bit like this, and let's see from these two. I think that should be fine. I'm gonna leave it like this, and let's first I'm gonna do with the grass now. So I'm gonna select I'm gonna freeze everything, and let's do a little grass for our scene. So first I'm gonna shift and right click here, and let's add new object. So I'm gonna do shift A, and let's add plane, okay, and R X90, okay, G, Z, up like this. Tap to focus on this, and go to an edit mode. First move these, so G, X, like this, and let's add some loop. So Control R, let's make about 2 or 3 loop like this, and let's scale them down. So select all of these, and S, X, and then select these, S, X again, and select these, and S, X, and these, just M, and weld them together like this. And let's move this one a little bit. So I'm gonna select this one just to show you new tool. So G, and if you scroll up and down, this is affecting the area you want like this. See what it does? Okay, I'm trying my best to show different tools what you can do with it. So let's move a little bit like this. Select this one, G, select G, like this. Okay, select this one, and now tap to get out of edit mode. I'm gonna move this center like this down there. So right click, and let's do geometry to origin like this, and I'm gonna move it up. So tap to go in edit mode, select everything, G, Z, move it up like this, and G, Y. Okay, and now tap to get out of edit mode, R, rotate on X like this. Let's duplicate this sometimes. Okay, Shift D R Z and rotate this way. G, move. S, scale down. Okay, Shift D R Z, rotate. G, move. Okay, and R, rotate in different angle, so not that way. The thing, I could do this with particle, but this way I have more control with where I want the grass to be, because sometimes I don't want I know you can select the area and just add the grass to the area you want, but still you don't have full control over that. So that's why I'm gonna do it this way. So I'm gonna do one more, Shift D R Z, rotate, and G Y, move this way, and R, rotate like this. And let's select everything, Shift D and Y, sorry, X, move this way, and R Z, rotate something like this, and Shift D and Y and G, X, R, Z, like this. Okay, let's move some of them a little bit around. Let's duplicate one more time, all. So Shift D and let's do X or Z and something like this should be fine. So I'm gonna select everything and I'm gonna duplicate this one just in case I want later. So Shift D Z and I'm gonna move it underground so we don't see that one. It's still there. I just don't want to see it just in future if I want it. So I'm gonna select everything and Control J again to select them together. So Control J and it became like a one. Okay, so let's duplicate this one around. So Control Z. So G Y G X over here. Okay, Shift D Y G X S, scale down like this, and G X. So this is just putting some grass around. Probably this is gonna be exactly same thing. So if I believe I'm gonna speed up maybe later. So let's move this from away and G X, move to here, Shift D Y R, rotate, just make some random, S, scale down like this. X and move this way, and GY move this way, and R and Z this way. Okay, and let's see our I believe it looks nice. If later, if you don't like this, when we do texturing or coloring, probably we're gonna do something about it. And let's now add a plane for our water. I'm just fixing the issue. So Shift A and plane, S scale up, and GX, GY like this, and GZ down like this, and that should be fine. Let's freeze what you have now. So okay, let's put the grass in the one collection. So I'm gonna select everything except the plane. So now press M, and we're gonna call this one grass. And now we can freeze that as well. And this is our plane. So I'm gonna call this one water, M. And let's freeze that one. And let's do something about do this one a little bit. And I'm gonna finish this. So this is our house. And let's see if it's in this one. Yeah, it is in this one. So let's tap to go in edit mode. Our door is selected. So I'm gonna press P and selection. So we're gonna detach this from the house, and tap to get out of edit mode. Select this one, and this is our door. So let's focus on this one, and tap to go in edit mode, and Ctrl Z to see through. So I'm gonna select these two vertices, and we're gonna dissolve these vertices. Dissolve, don't delete. Okay, like this. So I'm gonna select these two, and G, Y, move to the side like this, and let's get out of edit mode. Let's duplicate this one. Extrude first. So press 3, select this face, and E, and just extrude out a little bit like this. And tap to go in edit mode, and Ctrl R. Let's add 3 loops like this. And again, if you remember what we have done before, so let's add a little bit of damage. So let's duplicate this one because I don't want all of them to be same. So Shift, let's move the bottom, sorry, because sometimes when you're working on the project, this is what's happened. GZ, move up, because we don't want to be exactly at the ground. And let's see from top, GZ, a little bit down, just to have a little bit space, and GY, and Shift DY, move to the side like this. Okay, and let's do Shift R to duplicate, to move, because now it's too big. So let's select everything like this, S and Y, like this. Let's a little bit more, S and Y, and G, Y. I believe that should be fine. And let's tap to go in edit. Let's do one by one. So tap to go in edit mode, select this one, Ctrl Shift B, just add a little damage. If you remember this, when we start our scene, something like this. Let's select all these, and GX, move it out just like this. Okay, don't overdo it. So let's select this one, go to edit mode and select this part, Control Shift B. Sorry, I don't want the video to get too long, but this is it. When you're working on a project, this is the reality, and it takes time to do things done. And let's select all of these and GX, move this one a little bit out, and let's do something with this one. I'm gonna do it here, Control Shift B, like this. GG, move up like this. Just move this one a little bit, and this one, and let's see from bottom we can do something like this, because from here they are look perfect, and nothing is perfect in real life, so always remember that. So let's duplicate this one, Shift D or X, 90 like this, GY and GX. So it's too much. Let's do it from this way, GX like this, and GZ with down, and G and Y a little bit more. Let's scale down on Y, S, Y, GY. Sorry, S, Y a little bit more. Something like this should be fine. And G, X, a little bit like this, and hold down Shift and right click here and Shift A, and let's add a cube probably, and S, scale down. Let's focus on this one. Okay, S, scale down. Top to go in edit mode, V, and select this face, and let's extrude this one a little bit. So E and S to scale out, and E again, and just like a handle with a do. Top to get out of edit mode, and we have done that. Okay, let's see from the camera. So now this is what we have done so far, and if you look at our animation, so I believe this should be fine. And in the next 1 or 2 video, we're gonna add, for probably one's gonna be for light in our scene and one's for adding color. So I will see you in the next video.